fragrances that bridge the gap between late summer to early fall. Hi everyone, I'm Jolima from Scented Moments channel, where I'll help you to discover the amazing world of perfumery. So in this video, I will talk about 10 fragrances that, although they are still fresh, but they already have a pinch of a spicy warmness into them that perfectly fits this in-between season. So as fall approaches and the days are starting to be shorter, unfortunately, but this is the perfect time to start wearing more warm and more comforting fragrances. But these fragrances still have that fresh brightness of the summer. So I have again 10 fragrances in no specific order, and so let's start off with the first fragrance. And no surprise here, again from Thomas de Monaco, it is Sol Salgado. I've been featuring this one almost in every video because I love this one that much. Sol Salgado is all about the heliotrope, the mimosa, linden blossom, and it's also salty. But the reason why I think this also fits this late summer, early fall is because of the smoky vanilla that it's in here that gives comfort. It's a comforting fragrance with that smoky vanilla, but it has this very summery, boho chic vibe into it. It's very elegant. Absolutely love it. Very long lasting. Highly advised to check this one out. Is Sol Salgado by Thomas de Monaco. The next fragrance, this is from House of Guerlain from the Lira collection, and it is Neroli Outrenoir. And this is in the vintage bottle, the 75 ml. Neroli Outrenoir, so of course it's Neroli, but it's so good. This fragrance, it's so damn good. This one, it has this smoked black tea accord that it's so prominent. More of the Neroli, this is more of a tea fragrance, I would say, but you can definitely still smell the Neroli. So again, it has this bright freshness, but it has a warmness into it. This spicy, smoky black tea really gives a nice, warm, comforting nuance. Oh, I absolutely love it. One of the best from Guerlain, in my opinion. Neroli Outrenoir, and it's perfect for this in-between season. I think this is great for spring as well, but I think this shines the most in this time between summer to fall, and also during the fall period. And great performance, at least in this bottle. I don't know in terms of the new bottles, but this one really performs well on my skin. Neroli Outrenoir by Guerlain from the La Relamatier collection. The next fragrance, this is from House of Profumum Roma, and it is Thundra. And this is a vintage bottle of Thundra. I was just fortunate enough to scoop up a bottle of the vintage formulation of Thundra, and it's a bit different. This one is definitely more musky than the current formulation of Thundra. The current formulation of Thundra, it's more heavy in the patchouli, whilst this one, and it still has musk, but more heavy in the patchouli, whilst this one, it's more heavy in the musk than the patchouli. And I think it fits perfectly this in-between season, between summer to fall, because again, it has the musk, it's clean, it's the type of musk that it's used in Bruno Campora's musk, created by actually Miguel Matos. It has that same type of this slightly metallic, very musky, a bit soapy, I would say, type of musk. It's really good. I really like it, and dosed with a bit of a earthy patchouli. So you have already again the musk, this clean, soapy, slightly metallic musk that represents summer, with that earthy patchouli humming that represents the early fall. I absolutely love this one, and the performance is amazing. Thundra, very underrated from Profumum Roma. Check this one out if you have yet to. The next fragrance is from House of Xerjoff from the Casamorati line, and it's a fragrance that is often regarded as a fall-winter fragrance, but I think it's also a great fragrance for this period, for this transitional in between seasons, between summer and fall, and it is Lira. Absolutely love this one, Lira. This is a caramel vanilla type of fragrance, but with lots of citruses and lavender on top. So you have the blood orange, you have bergamot, you have lavender, and then you have some floral notes with musk, vanilla, and caramel. It's very alluring, very sensual, very addicting, very comforting, but again with a bright citrusy freshness on top that gives a nice balance and represents perfectly this transitional period of time that we have between summer and fall. Great fragrance right here, one of the best vanillas in the market. It's Lira from the Casamorati line of Xerjoff. The next fragrance, I think it's one of the most, I would say, powerful fragrances in this list. It's from the house of Naomi Goodsir, and it is Eau du Serail. And this is the old bottle presentation. This was my first bottle from Naomi Goodsir, I mean years ago, and it was love at first sniff. This is all about beeswax, honey, tobacco, mango, rum, cinnamon, you name it. It's a very warm, sweet fragrance, but with this tropical edge with the mango, because the mango here is very prominent on top and gives a very tropical nuance. So that's why I'm featuring in here, because it has that tropical effect. Definitely, it smells so good with the tobacco. Very thick fragrance with honey, beeswax. It's very warm, very cozy, ambery, with this mango note and a booziness with the rum that gives still a summery edge. But this one leans definitely more towards fall. But I absolutely love this one. One of my favorite tobacco fragrances, very underrated, is Eau du Serail by Naomi Goodsir. The next fragrance, another underrated one from Cartier this time. And I don't know if this is discontinued or not, but this is definitely hard to find. And it is Mousse de Cartier Parfum. And this is the one that is marketed for women, but this is unisex. This was love at first sniff when I tried it at the duty-free airport. I think it was in Warsaw, and I purchased there this fragrance like a couple of years ago, and yes, I absolutely love it. This is all about galbanum and vanilla with a bit of jasmine. Green, resinous, very green, very resinous with vanilla, with a bit of an indolic quality, but I would say that this is definitely more about the galbanum and vanilla. That's why I'm featuring here, because you still have that greenness, that slightly very mild freshness, resinous touch with the galbanum, and vanilla gives a very warm, cozy feel that represents the fall time. I love it. This is very, very elegant. This is what I would say, this has a niche quality. It's a really high quality perfume, long lasting. That projection isn't great though. This is an extrait in the end, but in the end the quality of this fragrance is unparalleled. I mean, and it's quite unique. I would say this is very unique. Absolutely love it. Mousse de Cartier Parfum. Check this one out if you have yet to. The next fragrance, this is from house of Jacques Fath, and it is Vetiver Gris. Absolutely love this one. This was released last year, and it's very slept on, I believe, a while, although I already talked about this one quite a while. But this is very nutty. It has some hazelnut with vetiver, of course, and a salty edge, like almost like a watery, salty nature in here. Love it. It's very unique, a bit green as well. It kind of hints at sycamore, but it's different. It's like a more fresher, more eau de cologne style version of sycamore, I would say. More easygoing type of perfume, more fresh. Although again, you have the nuttiness. It's creamy, with that grassy vetiver that the sycamore has, but this one then adds this salty, watery, borderline aquatic nature that really works really well. Very smooth fragrance, really like it. Great quality. This is a parfum, lasts all day, so I highly advise to check this one. It's Vetiver Gris by Jacques Fath. The next fragrance, this is from the house of Hermes, and it's a classic, a timeless classic. It is Eau d'Hermès. And this is daring. I would say that this is more daring, although it fits perfectly. I think it represents perfectly this transitional time between late summer and early fall, because you have citruses, you have the bergamot, you have the lavender, but you have lots of spices, especially cloves and cumin. I get tons of cumin and cloves in here, with leather, some birch tar, so it's a bit smoky, leathery, woodsy. It's a gentlemanly type of fragrance, can lean a bit more into the mature side of things. After all, this was released in 1951, although reformulated, but it's still more of a mature fragrance, but a timeless classic nonetheless. Very elegant, gentlemanly type of perfume. And again, it has that citrusy lavender quality that for me, it's the ultimate representation of summer, like that freshness. It's that vibrant, fresh feel, but then you have the spices, like lots of spices with leather, with some tonka beans, so that then represents fall, the fall time. Absolutely love it. But this actually could be signature scent, but it's not for everyone, I would say. But it's a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece, one of the masterpieces from Guerlain, from Hermes, I'm sorry. And yes, and it's a timeless classic for a reason. Check this one out. This is the type of fragrance that everyone should try at least once. Eau d'Hermès by Hermes. Next fragrance is from the house of Frederic Malle, and I would say it's one of the most underrated from Frederic Malle, and it's one of the original Frederic Malle fragrances, meaning that it was one of the first releases of Frederic Malle back in 2000 when the brand was also established. And this one is Noir Épice, created by Michel Rudnitska. Noir Épice it's a very unique fragrance and challenging again because of the cloves, tons of cloves in here. And so here it's all about orange, like a bitter orange with cloves, with cinnamon. Then you have patchouli in the base with some sandalwood. You also have a touch of like a geranium, like a floral nuance in here that gives some freshness as well. But I think this is definitely more fall than summer. Definitely, this is much more fall type of fragrance than summer, but I still wanted to feature because one, it's very underrated, needs more attention in my opinion. It's very unique, and it still has that touch of summer because of the orange, because of the geranium. It still has like a citrusy, fresh quality, but then you have tons of spices in here, like again clove, cinnamon, with the patchouli and sandalwood in the base, different from Eau d'Hermès, but in the same style. Oh, absolutely love it. I would say that Eau d'Hermès, at least nowadays, is brighter and it's fresher, whilst this one I would say that it's more intense, especially in the spices. But yes, absolutely love it. Check this one out if you have yet to. It's Noir Épice by Frederic. And last but by no means least, and if I would be ranking this video, this would be my number one. I think it's the perfect fragrance that represents this in-between season, between fall, between summer and fall. I think it's the perfect fragrance that really captures the essence of summer and the early fall, or even fall. And it is from the house of Chanel, from the Les Exclusives, Bois des Iles. The amazing Bois des Iles. Bois des Iles is all about sandalwood. However, it has much more things going on. You have here big dose of ylang ylang, and ylang ylang is like this yellow tropical flower that I'm not a fan as a sole note, but as a supporting note I really do appreciate it for what it transmits, that again, that tropical summer vibe. You also have here some citruses, some orange, some bergamot, and in the base you have tonka beans and vanilla. It's, in the end, this smells like a spicy, like a citrusy, floral, spicy, very spicy sandalwood with vanilla in the base. I don't get much the tonka bean, to be honest. I get more of a warmth vanilla more in the base. But for me, this is, yeah, it's a fresh citrusy on top with ylang ylang, a spicy sandalwood with vanilla. Captures perfectly. You have a bit of summer and you have a bit of fall. And it's so elegant. It's so elegant. Definitely one of the best from Chanel, from the Les Exclusives. Absolutely, hands down. Love it. And also one of the best sandalwood fragrances. Not my favorite, like my favorite fragrance, that it's just about sandalwood that I love. It's Sandalo by Lorenzo Villoresi. I also love Santal Blush from Tom Ford, and then Bois des Îles by Chanel. So while it's not my favorite sandalwood base fragrance, but in terms of smell itself, it's really one of the best out there, especially from this line of Chanel. Bois des Îles, and also great performance. Actually, don't forget about it. It's good to mention that this one, at least for me, has great performance. Check this one out, Bois des Îles from Chanel, from the Les Exclusives. Finishing this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below what fragrances, in your opinion, best represent this type of in-between season of late summer to early fall. Thank you so much for your ongoing support, and see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Ciao.